Hello everyone, welcome back to Business Central Musings. Another week, another tip for Business Central developers, consultants, and everyone else interested in Microsoft's Business Central. In this video, I want to talk about a new field added in one of the system application tables. The table is called All Objects with Captions. And the new field is called AL namespace. I don't know how many of you guys use namespaces when you create projects, but Microsoft does use, and the whole base application is full with namespaces. And we can see that in, if we look at, so I've got here two environments, BC26 and BC27. If we look at BC26, I went to this page, All Objects with Caption. You can see it I highlighted it here. And if we click through the page, through the objects, we do not see the AL namespace here. This is a BC26 environment. But if we switch to BC27 and we go to the same page, All Objects with Caption, we see now a new field after app ID. It's called AL namespace. Whereas here we didn't have it in BC26. All right, so yeah, so AL namespace, let's have a look at where is this located. We can, let's select the ID of the table, and we can hopefully find it here. Yes. So the field was added here, last one, AL namespace. It's a text 500 field, and it was also added to the drop down to the field group. And if we look at in the base application, we've got this page 9174. If we try to locate the page in the base application, we find it, but AL namespace is not here. So anyways, that's not a big problem. The page is extensible. We don't see it as non-extensible, so I've been adding it here in my project. We can see I create a page extension, and I'm extending the page All Objects with Caption, and I'm adding right after app name the AL namespace field. Not only that, I also created a few more objects. I created a table, and I created another page extension, and I created also a report. Why? Because I wanted to emphasize the namespace, and of course I have a using statement because we need to add the namespace where the All Objects with Caption resides. So if we comment the System.Reflection, that's going to show us that system doesn't know where All Objects with Caption exists, but we know it is there because if we look at system, not let's look in base application, search for the page, then let's navigate to the table, and we can see that the table is part of namespace System.Reflection. So that's how it goes. So yeah, so I created this a namespace. I am using System.Reflection, and I've got here a page extension and um, and one other page extension. I'm extending customer list. We'll talk about that a little bit later, and a report, a processing on a report. When we push this to our sandbox, if we go to the page all objects with caption, we can see now a field AL namespace. Let's switch to analysis mode. So in analysis mode, we can see in my namespace here, the first one. And if we look through it, we see we have here a row groups by app name, AL namespace, object type, and app object name. We can see that object type 0 table, we have a table sample. We've got the table data, also sample. We've got a report, and we've got two page extensions. Another adjacent use case with AL namespace field is the fact that now if you have a record, you can, when you format a variable of type record ID, you have a specific type of format now that it will display the type, the AL namespace of that record ID, in which AL namespace that record ID belongs to. So let's have a look. Let's look at the page customer list, and I have in the open page a trigger to display the first record in the customer list with format 10,000. So it shows the AL namespace of the record. Let's see the code. We're finding the customer, and then we're formatting with format type 9. We can also evaluate. Let's say we have a variable of type record ID. And let's say record ID, rec ID is cast.record ID. If evaluate rec ID. So the fully qualifying name for customer is that one, Microsoft.Sales.Customer. So we can it's a customer. So we can evaluate record ID against a specific namespace, fully qualified namespace. Let's see how that works. Let's open up the customer card. So we get the first message, and then we get a confirmation that it's a customer. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to show you today about this new AL namespace. Microsoft is introducing the new field AL namespace in all objects with caption table, and I've been adding it to the page, all objects with caption. And also you can now format a record ID to get a fully qualified name, or the fully qualified name of that record. And also you can test against a fully qualified name, a record ID. I hope it helps, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.